Same mentality.
Kielty, plumbing, heating, cooling, celebrating 15 years of bringing comfort to you. Healing Realty, call RJ Kielty, they'll get your system working to cool you down. And if fixing a leak is what you seek, RJ Kielty service is the best around. RJ Kielty, plumbing, heating, cooling, over 50 years of bringing comfort to you.
All right, guys, welcome to episode 50. Episode 50, and to me, it was only fitting to have some veterans on the show here. You know, we are celebrating, 250. So let me start actually.
Some introductions.
Yeah, we'll do some introductions. So I'll let Brooke do that.
Yep. So we have Pedro Verge and Jose. I always
Infante.
Thank you. I didn't want to.
That's a lot easier.
With us, and they are here. They're two veterans from the Marine Corps and the Army, and they do amazing work within the community. And so we're glad to have them with us. So
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
yeah, absolutely. So tell us a little bit about what you guys do.
Our day job, pretty much, we work for the state of Florida, for Florida Commerce. We are what's called LEVER, Local Veteran Employment Representatives. Both of us are. And we work in conjunction with our Disabled Veteran Outreach Program Specialist. And what we do is we help veterans get back into the workforce. Our DevOps, they help veterans overcome whatever barriers they have to employment, get them ready for employment. And us as LEVERs, we go out in the community and we advocate for those veterans. We talk to employers, let them know the benefits of hiring veterans, the work ethics, discipline, that sort of thing. And then once that veteran is employment ready, we go out and advocate specifically for that one veteran. So basically that's what we do. And pretty much this kind of evolved into different aspects of different things that we do, helping veterans out in the community. Both of us are directors with the Guardian Foundation, which is a nonprofit helping veterans get back on their feet. Also we work with the Marine Corps League and doing different things around the community, help veterans and making sure that they're taken care of.
Yeah, that's cool. I know we talked a little bit about, you guys are brothers from another mother. When you first talked to each other, you're like, hey, that's my bro. Yeah. So how did the charity start out? Did you guys kind of join in with the charity? Was there already a charity there? You guys started it? How did that go?
You want to talk about it?
We were just actually telling the story. It was funny because we were helping a veteran at our job, and we're trying to get some resources for this veteran to get back on his feet. And unfortunately, there's a lot of organizations out there that they'll tell you, yes, we help, and then when we reach out to them, they're like, oh, sorry, we don't have any money at the time. Mm-hmm. So we were trying to do this for this veteran, and both of us at the same time is like, we gotta do something. Veterans should be coming first.
Right. True.
And that pretty much evolved into hey, we need to do something. And we started at first it was Hernando County Veterans Coalition. Unfortunately, that was about a month and a half prior to COVID.
Yeah.
So we started that, and then COVID hit, and it kind of dissolved. But I was actually working with the Marine Corps League at the time, and there's a Vietnam veteran there, Jim Bravoco, who runs the Marine Corps League. I'm kind of like his senior vice commandant there. And we were talking to him about it, and he's a Vietnam vet, great business mind. All he wants to do is help veterans out. And when we told him about the coalition and how it kind of dissolved, he started working, and then we came up with the Guardian Foundation. Allowing us to be more, it's a 501c3 nonprofit. So it's kind of evolved from that.
Yeah. So how hard, I always hear kind of horror stories. How hard is it, I guess, to start a 501c3 and then to kind of keep it maintained?
It's a journey, man. It's a journey. You got, there are times that everything is smooth. And then there are a lot of times that everything feels like it comes to a halt. And when it comes to a halt, that's when we put our minds together and see how we can evolve, you know, to help out veterans in the community and take it to the next step, to the next level. Like Jim Bravo says, you know, like get put them into the bat. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
so yeah, we work great together. And it's just been a blessing, literally. We started as DevOps, you know, like we said, we were case managers. So the DevOps is a case manager, basically.
Yeah.
It's a disabled veteran outreach program specialist. But now that we're leavers, you know, we have that opportunity to go out into the community and talk to organizations and be here and share this moment with you guys and the information and everything. Because that's our job.
Yeah.
You know, we wear, you know, a lot of hats.
I see that. We were talking about all the embroidery on your shirt.
We wear a lot of hats, you know. So yeah, we're Florida Commerce, but then, you know, we're with in bed with Career Source. But like you said, we're directors for the Guardian Foundation.
Yeah.
He's a coordinator for Toys for Tots. I'm the co-coordinator for Toys for Tots. We work with the Marine Corps League. I'm a member, an associate member for the Marine Corps League, even though I'm Army. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
But it's it's a passion.
Yeah.
You know, we love what we do. It's great to see veterans getting back to work, you know, in their most darkest days, you know, and help them out and have resources to, you know, show the veteran, you know, the way, point him or her in the right direction, to make them self-sufficient. That's our mission.
Yeah.
Is to veterans to be self-sufficient. You know, I know a lot of us have that veteran disability that the pay from the VA and everything.
Yeah.
But it's not enough.
Yeah.
You know, veterans need a purpose.
That's what I was about to say. To
We
me,
need
like
a purpose. You can't
Yeah,
just get paid and just
I
not
think
do anything.
that's men and women, but like I really feel like if you don't have a purpose, you don't have a drive. But you know, what kind of life can you have?
And that is a big thing mentally.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, the money's great and everything like that, but money doesn't make you happy.
Yeah.
You know, it to me, it doesn't make me happy. It's just I have to have a purpose. I have to wake up in the morning, you know, pray and say, thank you, God, for another day with my family and my friends and, you know, my colleagues and everything like that. And what's my mission today?
Yeah.
You know, and
who can I help? What can
I help today?
Yeah.
And if we help somebody, just one person that day is good. You know, is mission accomplished, right?
Yeah.
But there are days that, you know, nothing happens, and then, you know, we start going in our heads.
Yeah.
Right.
What can I do?
What can I do?
What
Like,
do we need to do? Why am I doing this wrong?
How come? Yeah. What did I do wrong today to,
Yeah.
like, you know, not help somebody today? And so, yeah, it gets a little heavy sometimes, but this is what we signed off for.
Yeah.
You know, and we love it. So
I want to ask both of you guys this, kind of rewind time. What got you into, you know, the Army and the Marines? What like drove you to want to do that?
All right. You want to go? Okay. All right. So my father was in the Army. He was a Vietnam vet and everything. And I really wanted to be a pilot. I wanted to go to the Air Force.
Yeah.
But then I joined a fraternity in USF. And my dad was like, you know, I'm not paying you to go to, I'm not paying for your college for you to
party.
Party. Yeah. So you're on your own.
Yeah.
And to me, that was kind of like a, you know, a wake up call. And I had a friend of mine that was in the Army infantry, and he was like, hey man, come check this out. So I remember going into MEPS, signing up, and my father was outside. He's like, so Air Force? And I was like, no, Army. He was like, "You did what? What is wrong with you?" So that was the start of it.
Yeah.
Oh, he was mad. He was mad.
But he was in the army though, right?
Yeah,
But he
like,
wanted you to be in the
he
Air
didn't
Force?
want me to be he didn't want me to be in the infantry.
Yeah.
So, but he wanted to be a pilot. He wanted
Yeah.
me to be a pilot. You should be a pilot.
Mhm.
Don't do Air Force. Do Navy pilots, man. They're
Yeah.
the best pilots and
Mhm.
everything. I'm like, okay. But to me, it's like, man, I'm gonna get paid to shoot and blow stuff up. Sign me up, man. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good with it. You know. So
I don't blame you there.
My story is kind of a bit different. Actually, I was born in Colombia, South America.
Mhm.
We were 7 years old when we immigrated to the United States. And growing up, grew up in Jersey. Always wanted to give back to the country.
Mhm.
You know, pretty much they kind of adopted me. You know, I got the American dream. That's the way I look at it. And my wife is going to kill me by making love you. She's going to kill me when I tell the story. But pretty much, I always wanted to go into the military. You know, give back. And you know, being a teenager in Jersey, I grew up right across from Manhattan, so it was Fleet Week in New York, which is when the Navy ships come in.
Yeah.
You know, so you have a lot of Marines and sailors walking around the city, and it was me and my friends. You know, we were out and you know clubbing at night. It
Mhm.
was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and going by the Palladium, big nightclub in New York in the early '90s, and two Navy guys come out, two Navy sailors come out of the Palladium. You know, coming out, and then I see a Marine coming out with a girl in each arm. It's like, oh, that's where I'm going. That's how I wound up in the Marine Corps.
I love that.
That's how I wound up in the Marine Corps.
I always forget about that story, man. It always makes me laugh.
So, no, man, went in Marine Corps '91 and retired in 2012 to 20 years and got to serve my country. And, you know, it's definitely, it's been a blessing.
You guys could walk with your chest out. I mean, thank
Yes.
you.
But
Thank you,
it's
thank you,
something that
thank
we
you.
continue to do. You know,
Yeah.
we serve the country, but now we're serving the community.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
trying to point the veterans in the right direction
Mhm.
because we don't when we leave, right? When we ETS, we call it ETSing. They don't give us a plan, right? There's no you need to go here, you need to go there, go check this out, you know, and everything. That's our job, you know, is to because we were on those shoes,
Yeah.
lost. We did not know what was next and everything. We tried many jobs.
That's what I want to ask you guys about that because I had a lot of friends that went into the military and some came out did okay. Some came out, you know, I've had a friend or two that committed suicide.
Mm.
Then I had other friends that you know kind of lost.
Right.
You know, so how is that to the normal person? How is that transition from like having that mindset of being in the armed forces to like now I'm just a civilian?
It varies.
Being a veteran, I mean, no matter how short you were in service, it changes you. I mean, that's just a reality of life. It does change you, and to me, it's the leadership that you have while you're in. Unfortunately, if you don't have that leadership, getting you ready to get out, you're going to have a hard time getting out. You have service members that come out that just do their 4 years, get out. They really don't have that leadership. They come out here, they're lost. One thing that you know we talk to veterans a lot is that are reluctant to get any kind of services. Is you got to look at it this way. You know, you side on the dotted line. You know, you compared to an 18-year-old that did service or went to college. You got a kid that goes to college at 18, graduates at 22. He's already in the job market. He's already working. He's already got that experience. He knows how to work in normal society. You have a veteran that goes into service, does his 4 years, gets out at 22. If he doesn't have a college degree, now he's got to go to college, get some experience. Now he's 4 years behind that 22-year-old with a different mindset of how that is. You know, when you're going to college, you are analytical. You're always asking questions. In the military, it's, you know, jump high.
Yeah.
So
this is what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. So you got to change that mindset. And unfortunately, if you don't have that good leadership that's guiding you when you get out, you have those individuals that are going to have that hard time when they get out. I was fortunate enough that I had a good, great leadership coming out, and even I had a hard time getting out. You know, I got out after 20 years, And, you know, I thought it was like, I'm going to come out here, you know, be a CEO of a company as soon as I get out with the experience that I have. And you come out here and, you know, like Pedro said, you know, society pretty much slaps you in the face and says, no, you know, try again. So that's one of the things that we apply, you know, helping veterans get back to work. You know, we try to get them to being able to translate those skills from your military into civilian speak. How to talk to a civilian employer. You know, a lot of them, they don't understand that the acronyms that we talk about, you know, the experiences
Which
that
they
we
use a
have.
lot in their resumes.
Yeah.
So they put a lot in the resumes, those acronyms.
And like somebody like me going, I'm not going to know what.
Oh man,
you're not going to know. And then sometimes you'll have guys that, you know, they're real proud of what they did, and sometimes it scares folks. There's actually a video working with our civilian counterparts at work, the ones that have never served. They have to work with veterans trying to get what they call a veteran intake, and we teach a class on how to work with veterans. And there's actually 15 things. There's actually a great video by Psych Armor that does it. And we always pound on number 10, because number 10 is veterans, they have hard times, you know, to ask for help. That's something the veterans have a hard time to do, which
it's a pride thing.
For us, it kind of helps, because veteran to veteran, it's a lot easier for you to talk to than for them to talk to another person who, in their mind, you've never experienced what I've experienced, so you don't know. So they don't talk about it. So we always tell the folks, it's like, it's going to be hard for them, you know, to ask for help. So we give them pointers on how, hey, this is how you can get some more information from them, things of that sort. So
they're probably not used to that in the Army too, right?
No, I mean, no. It's the thing is the military is the same way. It doesn't matter whether, I mean, we joke around about, you know, the branches and everything, Chair Force and Marine Corps, and he has a beautiful thing about the Army. He always says Army stands for ain't real Marines yet. And I like to say that already rescued Marines yesterday. So I love it. So you know, we go back and forth and everything, but it doesn't matter where you what branch you join, even Coast Guard, you know, we joke around with Space Force and everything like that too. But the thing is that your life changes as soon as you get off that bus. It doesn't matter where you go. Army Reserve, Army National Guard, Active Army, Marine Corps Reserve, anything. As soon as we all have to, everybody has to go through that training. So as soon as you get off of that bus, you already have with smoky hats on, you know, yelling at you. It's just shock and awe, you know, and you know, you got to get out of the bus. That is when the transition from everything that you know or knew about yourself or your parents taught you goes out the window. You know what I'm saying? Is your mind now.
I mean,
and I'm telling you what to do, and this is what you're gonna do.
I mean, you're being programmed to be warfighters.
100%. 100%.
I mean, that's you know.
So I mean, it doesn't matter. We we joke around about the branches and everything, but every single branch goes to the same shock and awe when that bus pulls up and you have 6, 7 guys with smoky hats on, and you know, the drill instructors, and they tell you that you're theirs for the next 4, 6, or whatever time you want to do. You're mine.
So it's probably like the movies are worse where it is.
I mean, it's but you know, and then the thing is that we come out with that mentality, right? Is you tell us what to do. So just imagine somebody being, like he said, 4 years in the military. You're 18 years old, 19 years old. You're still a youngling, you know, and you're told what to do every single time. So life's good, right? You don't have to worry about what you're going to wear, because you're going to only wear one thing unless you're on leave or, you know, you got to pass or whatnot. But then when you come out of that, then you don't have anybody telling you what to do. That's when the kind of losing yourself into the mist of society and everything, if you don't have good leadership, like he said, and they tell you, listen, man, go check this out, go
Yeah.
check this out, to try to get your life on track into a civilian world, um, then yeah, it's very easy to lose yourself, man, and kind of be like, what am I gonna do with my life?
Do they have like an offboarding kind of thing?
They
for,
do.
like,
They do and
is
they
it
don't.
really? Yeah. Is it just
We're-
too much information,
we're-
or like
we're all-
what?
I think they're doing better now with it.
Yeah.
Um,
Because God, you
but
got,
back
I know
then-
they have a lot of programs, but how do people even know about all the
They-
programs? You
They,
know?
they do. They have what's called transition assistance programs,
TAPS.
TAPS class, and that's a required thing that you have to go through prior
It's a
to
deep
you getting
round,
out. Which they give you how to write a resume, things like that.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, a lot of that stuff is regional. Like the work market, the employment market here in Florida is a whole lot different than California.
Yeah.
So if you're in California and
yeah.
you're getting out of the military and you're coming to Florida, it's apples and oranges. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So they have those programs, but they are getting better with it. But it's still pretty hard to get that transition, coming across.
I feel like that's like you got to do, like you said, have the right leadership, have the right programs, and then the soul searching to know, like,
Yeah.
I've had a lot of friends that like they've been civilians for a while. I'm like, man, I just want to go back, and I don't
Yes.
know how
Oh my
hard
God,
it
I
is
say
to go
that to
back.
my- Jen, I love you.
Yeah.
She can tell you. I say that all the time. Like, I wish I would have stayed in and everything. But it comes to a point in your life that kind of starts dwindling away.
Mhm.
You
You want to maybe see the other side too, right?
Well, the thing
A
is
little
that
bit?
I don't think that I will have the life that I have right now, which I love. I love um my coworkers. I love working with them and my family. My wife, my son,
Mhm.
and everything. Had I stayed in,
Yeah.
I don't think that I would have. Yeah, the transitioning was hard, in a way. Um, but I was able to figure it out,
Yeah.
with the help of my family and my friends and my job too,
Mhm.
and the wish is always there,
Mhm.
right? Every time I see a Black Hawk,
Yeah.
flying over, or a Chinook,
Mhm.
flying over, or anything like that, or I watch like a war movie or something,
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I miss that,
Mhm.
but I don't miss it as much as, because the life that I have right now is beautiful.
Mhm.
So, and I'm doing something now. I, we were talking about purpose before.
Yeah.
Um, we all need purpose, and this is our purpose. Our purpose is actually show the veterans, the way, because again, there is the tabs and everything like that, how to, you know, um, get back into community and build a resume and everything like that.
Mhm.
But like he said, everything is local,
Yeah.
right? So you're going back to your hometown and nothing is happening.
Yeah.
It's like, where do I go now?
Yeah.
This is not what they told me, back in Georgia or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, you have to actually go out there and try to find your niche and your
Mhm.
purpose. And sometimes, it takes veterans 3 years, um, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years. They can find that niche.
Yeah.
And it's because they don't know where to look. So our job is to actually point them in the right direction.
Mhm.
It's like, hey man, this is exactly where you need
Yeah.
to.
What do you like to do? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And-
this is
yeah,
like
exactly.
where you see yourself in 5 years, which is
Mhm.
um a big question,
Yeah.
right? And the other big question is, we can write a whole essay on what we can do,
Mhm.
right? What are how come you're good? Why we should hire you?
Yeah.
But then we get the question asked, what are what are your weaknesses?
Mhm.
And every single one of us gets um completely stumped by that question.
Mhm.
because in the military, there's no weaknesses,
Yeah.
right? They
You're told you can't have a
show you
weakness. It's
can't.
life or
We
death,
are as
you
strong
know?
as our weakest link.
Yeah.
That's one thing that is freaking
Mhm.
tattooed into our brains,
Mhm.
you know. So when they ask you that in an interview, it's a long 10 seconds of you asking very uncomfortable. You got the interviewers
Yeah.
looking at you and you're like, "Ah, I don't know how to answer that, you know.
Yeah.
Um, but you know, that's the type of thing that we do is trying to don't think about it too much. You know, we all have weaknesses.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that we have to come into realization is that we all have a weakness.
Mhm.
You know, we just gotta work on that weakness and everything and let the interviewer know that you're working on it.
Mhm.
You know, we're not perfect, and that's something that is very humbling when you come out of the military because again, they don't teach us that in there.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
So when you guys came out of the military, did you have, you know, I have friends of mine that kind of like job hop around a little bit to figure out what they
Oh, man,
want.
I've had
Did
like
you?
13 jobs, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna ask. That's what. Yeah.
I've been a cable guy. I've been a mechanic. I've been, yeah.
Trying to find that purpose, right?
It's all
Pretty
experience.
much. Yeah.
It's all experience.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this is our niche.
Yeah.
This is, you know, we found what we love to do.
How about you,
Yeah.
Jose? After being there
I
20
actually pretty much this is only the second job I had after when I retired. I started working for
Show off.
for for a landscape company, and it was one of those things that I can't do this. I can't work with civilians. One of the things that for me that is kind of, you know, don't want to sound negative at all, but in the military, it's you're always striving for that next rank.
Yeah.
So when you're looking at your
Yes.
leadership, you're always looking at what they're doing,
Yeah.
and you know you're
You
always
want to emulate what they're doing so you can get there.
And it's one of those things that, you know, well, if they die, you gotta step in their place. So that's how you're always learning. That's how you're always functioning. In the civilian world, it's a lot different, and that's something else we tell veterans that, you know, veterans will go in there. It's like, oh yeah, you know, if you come off like you're trying to get their job, they're not going to hire you.
Yeah.
You know,
100%.
People are afraid.
I believe that.
You know,
Yeah.
people are afraid of losing their job, and you know, one of the things that for me, it's like sometimes you're so busy not, you know, trying to save your job that you're not doing your job. You know, and a military member, they're going to come in there with the initiative, with the push and the thrive, and they're going to push that, and sometimes they push themselves out of a job. So you got to be careful with that. So
Don't say too
I
much.
kind of don't say too much. And that's one of the things that I learned real quickly. And I was like, nah, I got to work with some like-minded individuals.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, you know, I look for a job where I'm going to be able to work with veterans and things like that. And just the passion, you know, when right before I retired, I was the operations chief to the IG, and I was fortunate enough to go fly around the country and inspect Marine units that were getting ready to deploy. And it was taking care of those junior troops. And when I got out, I saw how some of these, organizations or, you know, benefits that you're trying to get. I retired as a master on E8, and they're still trying to, you know, push back on what you rate, what you're able to get. And I'm like, if they're doing that to me, that I got 20 years experience, what are they doing to those kids that are just getting out 4 years? So it's like, you know, I want to be able to help those individuals that come out. So that's what, you know, I landed, you know, in this role, being able to help those individuals just get out and be able to, hey, we've been there, we've done that, you know, we've been in the hole, so we know how to get you out of that hole. So we're able to kind of guide those veterans that are now in that position, be able to guide them to you know, where they want to be.
Yeah, and I think that helps a lot. You know, you can sit in front of everybody and say, "Hey, man, I'm having problems," you know. But if that person across the table, right, or across the desk, has not been in your shoes, it's very hard
Yeah.
to create that connection. So yeah, that's also it's a what I call it, it's a blessing and a um it's
And a curse.
and a curse at the same
Yeah.
time. Thank you. Um, because we have been through what we have been through, we are able to tell that person across the desk, right? Hey, man, I've been in your shoes, or you know, this is what I did, and look where I'm at now.
Yeah.
This could be you.
Yeah.
So that dimming light, because most of us get into that we make a reality that is not reality. It's not really reality. Everybody around you is telling you, hey, this is not what's going on, but in your mind, this is exactly what is going on. This is your
Yeah.
life. All right, that light is dimming very, 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 very quickly and everything. So the person across the desk tells you, hey man, I've been in your shoes, right? And you open up and it's opening Pandora's box all over again, but it's worth it,
Yeah.
just to make that connection and create that rapport with your client or your veteran. It helps. It helps because it puts them at ease.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, man, this is somebody that has actually been through it, and he's trying to help me out.
You could say
she's
this
trying to-
is tough, but there's light at the end of the
There's
tunnel.
light at the end of
Yeah,
the tunnel.
but
So
it's
that
kinda-
dimming
gotta be-
light
yeah,
starts going from this into, slowly
yeah.
giving
Gotta have
hope,
hope.
giving
Yeah.
hope, giving that
Yeah.
hope back, and that is something that we approach very, you know, it has to be lightly, you can't push too much and everything. Everybody's service in the military varies,
Mhm.
right? Their experiences were not the same,
Mhm.
right? And you have to understand and know your audience at
Mhm.
that moment and let them talk.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just come in to talk.
Yeah.
They don't have family around. They don't have um, friends,
Yeah.
that understand them and all that stuff, and they feel alone. And when you get into um, that mindset that you're alone and nobody is there to, help you out or listen to
Mhm.
you, it could be very bad.
Yeah.
It could be very bad. So sometimes you just have to sit down and just let them get it out of their chest, their experiences and everything. So
Yeah, and with us now, being leavers, being able to go out and talk to employers, just like we were talking about, how some employers have never had experiences with veterans. We were able to explain to them, well, this is how veterans are. They're not coming in to try to take over a job. This is just pretty much their
Right.
mindset.
Yeah.
So we talk to employers about the benefits of hiring those veterans,
yeah,
and what they were going to bring to the table, at your organization. So that's we try to educate everybody. We help the veteran how to work with civilians and civilians how to work with veterans.
Mhm.
So we kind of work full circle with that, and then now, with the nonprofit, trying to get those veterans the assistance they need to get to those employments.
You have a whole
full circle,
program, pretty much.
we were telling the story a little bit earlier. We had a homeless veteran that came into the career source office looking for help. Reached out to some organizations that weren't able to go house them for a certain amount of time. We were able to get with the Guardian Foundation. Guardian Foundation was able to house them for that weekend until that other organization was able to step in for more longer term care. The veteran was still working with us. We were able to help him with his resume, interviewing skills. We got him a job.
Yeah.
Then that job, he needed to get some work boots, steel toe boots, things like that. Didn't have money. Guardian Foundation again was able to step in and try to help that, that immediate help. We got him the clothing. He was able to start his job. And last what we heard from him, he had signed a lease for a house.
That's awesome.
So he was buying himself a car, and he had
Yeah.
gotten promoted into a supervisor position.
supervisor position.
So he went from being homeless to being able to stand on his feet, and working with Jim Bravoco. One of his biggest things, every time we bring a veteran that needs some kind of help, first thing he's always asked is, okay, once we do this, where's he going to stand from there?
Yeah.
It's not going to be a band-aid. We want to be able to help him long term and be able to stand
To
on
be
his feet.
self-sufficient.
We've helped veterans that we had a female veteran that wanted to get a CDL license. Guardian Foundation was able to step in, and she was able to get we paid for a CDL license. So being in our job in this position has kind of helped us be able to take care of the veteran full circle. So it's not we don't have to reach out to different entities to get the support. We're like internally we're able to help them full circle. So the more we let the community out there know, the more help we'll be able to provide.
I got one more question. I don't want to just keep asking questions without but a veteran, so a veteran getting out of service, is there something that like tells you about it to reach out to this person? Does this person have to reach out to you guys? Like, how does that, I guess, go? Like, how do they reach out to you?
Well, to the career source office, a lot of TAPS classes, they talk to them about employment services. Just about every state has employment offices out there, so they tell them about them. When they come in, they'll go through the front staff, and they'll do a veteran intake to get the support that they need as veterans. So they get told about it, but again, it falls on the leadership while they're there in service and how well they get informed of the services that they're going to.
And then when they come to you, do you guys have like a specific amount of time that you sit down with them? Is it kind of open-ended kind of thing?
Open-ended.
I mean, veteran comes in through the door and it says, he or she says that they're a United States veteran, military veteran. Then they go through the veteran intake process. And then at that point, the frontline staff shows them how to do a resume. They got to sign up in employflorida.com, do a profile and everything like that. And then after that, what happens is they're asked if they want DevOps services, the case manager. And if they say yes, then that's where they go. They go to the case management and everything like that. But no, there's no specific time limit.
There's no time limit, but one thing we tell all the veterans, we don't want to see you again.
We want to get you employed and
exactly
something you want.
Whenever we were case managers, that was our thing. I mean, I would say it's like, hey man, good luck. I don't ever want to see your face again.
And it's not that we don't want to see them.
It's just,
we want to be able to
you put them in the right spot.
We want to give them the tools that you don't ever have. You don't want them to feel that sense of hopelessness that, what do I do now? We want to give you all the tools so that way when you're out there, you can go in and be self-sustained.
And that's the whole thing.
Keep the job, but if you happen to lose the job, you know what you have to do now to get another job.
And you can come back.
Yeah.
We've had repeaters and everything like that. Again, it takes a long time for them to figure stuff out where they want to be in life, where they want to be, a few years from now and everything. And that's okay. But the joke is like, hey man, I don't want to see you again. You have all the tools.
Yeah.
But again, we're human. Yeah. So, it's kind of like, yeah, man, I don't want to see you again and everything like that. But then, 2 years later, you got the same person coming in and everything. It's like, dude, welcome back.
Yeah.
We're going to figure it out together again. So
exactly.
I'm sorry it didn't work out. We're going to figure it out together again. Yeah. Maybe that was not your niche. It's going to take time and everything. And that's the thing, man, is that they need that guidance. Yeah. And that's what we're trying to portray, and show people is that through our job and our passion and everything is that, we want to see every single veteran do well out there in the community. There should not be a homeless veteran out there. There should not be, sometimes it's by choice from them and everything like that. But again, experiences vary. It's showing them what to do. Because, we were talking about, how you get told what to do in the military and everything like that. It's for some people, that's exactly what they need in their life in order for them to be, good and everything and do well. So we tell them what to do. We've had to put our sergeant's hats on a few times. Yeah.
Let's go.
It's like what? Like what are you doing? The knife hand and everything. And they appreciate it, but it's again, everything is different. Every case is different. And you just have to, again, know your audience. But at ends meet is for the veteran to be self-sufficient. And we help them out with the resources. We pound the ground for 4 years, everywhere. So we have resources. Jose likes to say that we get a paycheck from the state, but our job is to help the veteran. The veteran is number one.
Yeah.
100%.
We get paid by the state of Florida. We work at Career Source, but we work for the vet.
Yeah, we work for the vet. So, and we make sure that they understand that. So, you're not a number. If you can't get a job right now, it's okay.
Yeah.
There's things that we need to work with, right? Or they need to work with. And we work together with them in order for them to be successful.
Mhm.
So yeah, you can't get a job right now. That's fine, dude. We got to take care of this, take care of this, take care of that. If we don't do that, what's going to happen is, just for the sake of having a number, like, hey, a pat on the back, like,
Mhm.
we got somebody a job and everything like that. We don't work with numbers.
Yeah.
We work case by case,
Yeah.
and that's how it needs to be.
Mhm.
So if we don't believe that you are ready to work right now, it's tough to hear from, when you're standing on the other side
Yeah.
of the desk and everything like that. However, we're here to help you.
Yeah.
So get you the help that you need.
Yeah.
And then, work with the PTSD,
Yeah.
go sign up with the VA. You haven't done your service connection disability. Let's start with that too.
Yeah.
At least it's some money coming in while you
Figuring yourself
yeah,
out.
you
Yeah.
have a GI Bill, go to college. The GI Bill will pay you while it depends. Again, every case is different. But at the end of the day, the mission is, I don't want to see you again.
Yeah.
And that's where it stems up from.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, in the veteran community, having higher suicide rates,
Yeah.
it does. We were telling a story earlier that unfortunately, it does sometimes become a life and death situation. We had a
Mhm.
veteran that came in and sat at our desk and was like, I need a job. I haven't been out of my house in like 3 years.
You look rough too.
I need a job. And as we're talking to him, I was like, dude, we get you a job.
You're gonna be back here.
You'll be back here in 2 weeks. You're not going to be
Yeah.
able to sustain that job. You can tell, in his eyes.
Yeah.
He needed
He's got to work
some
on
help.
himself.
Yeah.
So we were able to get him some help. We got him to a resource that we knew that provided mental health, and we became good friends. He thrived. He got better. 2 years later, we were talking. We ran into him. We were talking to him, and he said, you guys saved my life." And we're like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "When I came into your office, I had given myself 3 days. That if nothing changed in 3 days, I was going to kill myself."
Mhm.
That was hard.
And things like that. It's very eye opening.
Mhm.
That you never know who's sitting at that desk and what issues that they have
Or they're going through.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
they're going through. That if you're really real quick to dismiss them, that that might be the last time
Yeah.
you see them, but it's not going to be
Yeah.
for good reasons.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you don't
We
want
wanna
to be
make
you
sure
don't
that
want to
we
be
get
the
them
last
help.
no.
No.
We don't want to be the last no. And I say that all the time.
Mhm.
We don't want to be the last no. So that's why, that's why we're here.
Mhm.
That's why, we want to put the
Get
word
out.
out there, that there is help out there. You just gotta ask questions and look
Reach out.
and reach
Yeah.
out, and we'll point you in the right direction. There is hope out there. You're not alone. Um, got brothers and sisters that have the same passion.
Mhm.
Um, and we're here to literally help you out, figure things out, things that we couldn't figure out, that we had to figure out on our own, until we actually looked, right, and researched and actually got the push from our families and our friends and everything. uh I've been lucky that my support system is very tight,
Mhm.
and they're very quick to tell me when I'm messing up, but a lot of veterans don't have that privilege. Um,
I'm sure Jenny.
Yeah.
Trying to tell you.
Oh yeah, yeah. Jen does the knife hand too to me. Like,
Yeah,
like,
she's-
what are you doing, man?
Sorry
And
for
I'm
my
like-
language.
I'm
She's a
like-
badass.
I'm
She's
like, all right,
awesome.
man, I'm gonna go. I'll go tomorrow. I'll go church. But no, I got this guy and everything, and I got my coworkers, and we all have the same passion
Mhm.
for, and it's to see the veteran community thrive.
Yeah.
So we always trying to come up with ideas on how to make it better, and everything. But it's just it's just that you have to have a passion for it and show the veteran that there are people that care, right? We're not the VA,
Yeah.
right? We're not the VA.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
um, but we understand the VA also. We have a lot of friends also that work at the VA and everything.
They have gotten better.
They have become way better. They are helping, but the thing is that there's a stigma, right? That the VA does not help, and all that. Maybe back in the day, it was true, but like you said, it has become way better. We're working now with the VSOs very close, with the VA very close, and everything. So um, that's what we need. That's what we need. We need that unison, right? To work together. If you can't help on one side, man, I cannot help you here,
Yeah.
but I know somebody that can help you.
Exactly. So talking to all the different
Exactly.
people in there and just
So it's not a no.
referrals. Yeah.
It's not a no. It's a referral.
Yeah.
And it's not just giving them the number and then tell them to call. It's you picking up the phone,
Yeah.
calling
Hey, I
that
got somebody,
resource,
let me
and
help
like,
you.
hey man, I got somebody that needs
Yeah.
help.
Because there's pride, right? Yeah.
No, like that. The gentleman that we were talking about, that came and sat at our desk. We actually drove him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
to
did.
get
Did
the
you?
help.
That's awesome.
We did.
Yeah.
We did.
You saved somebody's life.
Yeah.
But
Love you,
it's-
Timmy.
Yeah.
but it's just that's the passion, and getting the word out there and letting them let the veterans know. And there is help, and a lot of us, we just close ourselves in. We don't want to let nobody in. We don't want to talk to anybody, and unfortunately, that just spirals down the toilet bowl.
Yeah.
We're very good at that too, man. Shutting down and then closing up. Very good at that. We're very good at that.
Yeah.
Very good at that.
Trying to get the word out.
So engineer not to speak up too much.
Yeah.
I mean,
You don't want to, get people mad or, or say the wrong thing or anything. So you just shut down.
Yeah.
So, thank you for allowing us to come in and being able to get the word out and bring this on us.
Of course.
Appreciate you guys.
We have a lot of comments, so
Okay.
I'll read them. Lindsay Williams from Swag Party Rentals says hi.
Hello,
Adam
Lindsay.
Miguel says, what a stud.
Talking about you guys.
And then Jen says, you're doing great, guys. And then
Hey,
she
Jen.
left a comment saying he would leave tomorrow if he could.
I told you.
Yeah.
We had this conversation before.
And then I don't know if there's any more.
Yeah.
Is that it? Okay. All right. Yeah. Those are
What do you got? Instead of me asking all the questions, I could keep asking.
do you see a lot? Is there a different, is there a big age range of veterans that come to you guys? Or is it mostly, guys in their 30s, 40s, 50s,
Pretty much.
20s?
We have Vietnam vets come in. You'll get a guy at 75 years old trying to find a job, looking for help, or you'll get the one that just got out, 22, 23 years old. So we have the full range.
And then do you guys offer anything for the older veterans or point them in a different direction too?
Oh yeah,
because it obviously is 75-year-old man looking for a job is going to be probably way more difficult than a 25-year-old old vet.
We do. We have different resources out there. We have the Urban League. They're out of Pinellas County. They help out with folks that are 55 and over, helping them get jobs. But even with the Guardian Foundation, we have a senior program, which actually we go into senior homes and we help veterans that are in those senior homes that have, unfortunately, they're on limited income and they're looking for things. So one of the things with the Guardian Foundation, we're now doing, just like we do with Toys for Tots with the kids, we're doing that now with the senior folks. Awesome. So we go into the senior homes and we have one of our directors, Kevin. He goes out to the senior homes right now. I believe we're up to 10 senior homes that we go to. Almost over 1,000 seniors that we're providing assistance to. Going from gift cards to McDonald's that they're saving up for a Happy Meal to getting tickets to the movie theater. To bring some of those senior homes, senior folks out there.
Because a lot of people, and I think we're doing a better job of it now, but a lot of people kind of forget about the seniors. I feel like,
yes.
Yeah. And then, a lot of these seniors that come in looking for work and everything, it's just their Social Security or their, service connection disability is not enough anymore.
Yeah.
You know, the
I believe
economy,
that,
the economy
yeah,
is
inflation and everything
inflation
else.
and everything like that. So we get a lot of those folks that have been retired for 10 years, 15 years and everything, and they just have to come out of retirement in order for them to work. And the thing is, it is hard to find a job for folks like that because of their age.
Yeah.
You know, but thank you to the Urban League and everything, you know, and other organizations, there are ways to get them at least back to work and get that supplemental income, you know, to help them out, so they don't have to live literally paycheck
Yeah.
paycheck by
Or just
paycheck.
more and more and more in debt.
Right, right. So like, there are ways. We got resources, man. We do. So if you guys need help, you know, call us up.
Yeah.
You know, hit
No,
us up.
please.
If you guys want to help,
Yeah.
you want
and
help,
that too.
reach
Yeah.
Yeah. So
The last thing I really have, and Brooke may have another few questions. The employers, I know Career Source used to have something where they would help, I guess, with the transition or whatnot. Do they still have programs like that?
They
with
do. They have.
veterans? Okay.
Yeah, our business services section, they have OJT.
Yeah.
So a lot of it depends on money that's budgeted out to
Yeah.
from the state, but they have OJT dollars, things like that.
Okay.
That they can help out employers, bringing folks right now. The military Department of War now, they have the Skill Bridge program, which helps military members that are getting ready to get out. They're able to get out at least 6 months prior to their end of enlistment to come out and actually work for a company. So
okay, that's cool.
Yeah. So say for instance, you guys, if a veteran has, if you guys want to work with the Skill Bridge program, they could have somebody from the military come in with some, be a plumber.
Yeah.
Come here, and actually, Department of War actually is paying them.
Okay.
So the employer is not even paying for them. Department of War is actually.
So they could start the apprenticeship program kind of early. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Exactly. So I know they do also have youth apprenticeship programs out there that they can help out with. So Career Source has got a lot of resources out there too.
Yeah, they do.
Tell folks get back to work.
Yeah, we always another one.
Yeah.
We always another one. They have vendors that, you know, are signed up, and you know, you get put in this dual case management. So if you're a veteran, you be case managed by a DVOP and also by the WIOA case manager, and then they put you through school, a technical school and everything, and put you to work. You know, they have that connection with people. PHSC has been tremendous in providing that education and everything. So yeah, again, we have the resources. We have we can show them the way. You know, it's just getting the word out there to let them know that you know, there is hope.
Yeah.
You know, there's light at the end of the tunnel.
And then as veterans talking to employers, what can you tell employers that are listening right now on why you should hire a veteran?
Woo! Work ethic, leadership, management skills,
teamwork, man.
Teamwork, loyalty.
Good.
Independent. They're also very independent. Initiative. I mean, the list goes on. It's funny when we're talking to veterans and talking to them about, you know, things that they did. There's like, oh well, this is all I did, and then we're like, well, did you do this? Oh yeah, I did do that. Did you do this? Oh yeah, I did do that.
It's a complete forget.
Yeah. So
they don't think about it.
Yeah, they don't think about it. So I mean,
to them it might just be normal, but to somebody else,
it is. It is.
Yeah. No. To an employer, one thing that I've joked around at Career Source is that, you know, we're going to fill them up with veterans. It's you're bringing a whole lot for the minimal cost. You know, one thing also with veterans that a lot of employers don't realize is that you get a tax break. For I don't want to say on a time frame, but there's a certain time that you get a tax break for those veterans.
Yeah, I didn't even know that either. Yeah.
No. And the thing too also is that when we send you a veteran, you know, we contact you and there's like, hey man, I got a veteran that is looking for IT work or something. Like IT is huge right now.
Yeah.
We have so many veterans that want to do IT. They go for the certifications and everything like that, but unfortunately what they're looking for is experience.
Yeah.
Right. But the thing is that when we send you a veteran, they're vetted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We
They
put 'em through the
they
ring.
are vetted. We put them through the ring. So that means that that veteran is ready to work. He or she is going to do good by your mission and your job.
Yeah.
Okay. And they are going to put their heart and soul on exactly what they're doing, because if a veteran comes in for, you know, looking for IT work, I'm not going to put them in plumbing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They have done everything that they need to do in order for them to get into the IT program and get the certifications that they need and everything. So yeah, they're vetted. You know, I'm not sending you somebody that, again, I don't want to see you again. You know, so it's that time, it's that type of thing that the employer, this is what we try to tell them. They all have been completely,
Yeah.
you know,
They're going to be
they've
qualified.
been qualified.
They're going to be qualified,
completely
willing,
qualified.
and able.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So, and yeah, when they bring passion, they bring that teamwork ethic, you know. And one thing about veterans that I love is that they're always willing to learn. And they learn quick. They learn quick. If they love what they do, they learn quick. And once they get into a position that they want to be in, they will be loyal to you. They're not gonna, you know,
Bounce around.
they're not gonna bounce around.
Yeah.
They finally got to where they wanted to be.
Yeah.
And they're gonna stay there, you know. So, and they'll be loyal to you.
Yeah.
So
That's cool.
yeah.
Besides, you know, seeking resources, what's one piece of advice you would give someone that's coming out of the military, fresh out of the military?
Don't give up. You know, don't give up. It's gonna be hard. Again, depending on the situation and everything. But do your research, and there are people out there that want to help you. You know, there are people out there. So ask questions, you know, and don't wait a year to start, you know, your career outside of the military when you come out, because in a year, it may seem short, but it's a long time for you to be sitting around in your house doing nothing and idle hands, right?
Yeah.
And idle minds and idle hands.
Yeah.
And that's when things can get dangerous. So just as soon as you get out of the military, start pounding the ground and doing your research.
Yeah, there's resources out there. You know, definitely you got to go out there and put the work in and reach out for those resources. They're not going to come to you. So, you know, that's one thing we always tell. We do get sometimes some folks that are getting ready to get out. You know, we get emails, things like that, and just do your work, do your research, and reach out. There's resources out there that are willing and able to help you.
Yeah.
That was all that I.
My last question. So I'll start with you personally, and then the Veteran Guardian Foundation.
Foundation?
Yep.
Yeah.
Where are you going to see yourself in 5 years?
Oh man, we're gonna be running the Guardian Foundation, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah.
I love you, Jim, but yeah, no. It's in 5 years, I still see myself doing exactly what I'm doing right now.
You see yourself, yeah,
Just
the
doing
Guardian, just continue making it better and better
just
and better.
making it
Yeah.
better, just making it better. Again, loyalty.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, it's I can't go nowhere else. I got to see we got to see this program flourish and see more veteran personnel getting helped and their families too.
Yeah, we want to be able to grow and be able to help out. You know, not just in Hernando and Pasco County. We want to be able to you know, to grow and be able to help veterans from all walks of life. You know, there's another organization that we work with. Actually, he's one of their board members. It's Responders First.
Right.
And they help. They have different modalities for PTSD, and they have helped veterans that come in from all walks of life and from all parts of the country. So we want to be able to, you know, to have that outreach and be able to help veterans from all walks of life and from all places, all locations.
Yeah. So the mission in 5 years is actually having all these organizations, Responders First, Guardian Foundation, the Marine Corps League, or any other organization that that is helping veterans and everything, to work together.
I love that.
You know,
Yeah.
in an umbrella, and actually provide the help that the veterans need.
Yeah.
You know, again,
Everybody
it goes,
can refer each other. The kind
yeah,
of,
and it just
depending on what
goes,
they need.
it goes back to the same thing that he was saying, that, you know, veterans first.
It's like, you know, the Guardian Foundation being the hub. Sorry, Jen, I know it's your term here with the hub, but being the hub of the wheel, and being able to provide resources out into the community. You know, having those spokes out there and being able to provide help to everybody. Just, you know, having that wheel grow.
Yeah.
So if you're, I guess in closing, if you're a veteran and you want to reach out to you guys, what's the best way?
Info at the Veteran Guardian Foundation.org, or at career source at J Infante and P Verge at careersourcepascohernando.com. They can reach us out at either one of those two emails.
Yeah. And then, you know what, to put out, since we mentioned Responders First also, go to respondersfirst.us, you know, and they have those modalities and everything. And it's a program that helps out. It's very unorthodox, right? So it's not like you're going to the VA. I can't tell you how it helps out, but it does help. I mean, I've done it twice, the program, and it's through art therapy. And again, you know, Responders First and the Guardian Foundation are now working together to get that help out to veterans and also first responders. So yeah, just reach out. Just reach out.
Awesome.
Careersource.com and careersourcepascohernando.com and vetguardianfoundation.org.
Yeah.
Awesome. Most importantly, I appreciate you guys for everything.
No, thank you for having us, man. This
Done
is-
for our, you know, our country, and you've done for our veterans. So thank you guys.
Appreciate you guys, man.
Thank you.
Doctor.
And I appreciate you guys having us, the invitation, and, you know, letting us out, get the word out.
Yep. Thank you guys. If you need help, who to reach out to.